Welcome to Guysuco Roundup. I'm Angela Abraham Parks. This begins a series of special programs that turn the spotlight on estate life. This is balanced with an initiative taken on biological control of pests. The attendance record is steady as employees band together to identify planned improvements in this new decade.
From the very land that gave sugar around the world the name Demerara comes the finest quality of cane sugar, Demerara Gold. Enjoy the real thing from the original source, the rich, fertile Demerara coastline where sugarcane has been harvested since the mid-17th century. The result is here for you to enjoy. Wherever this unique sugar flavor is needed, Demerara Gold is the ingredient that will always create a stir.
Welcome back. Guysuco continues to prioritize the welfare of its most valued assets, employees and their families. Uitvlugt netted more than 20,000 tons of sugar for 2019.
We went through the year 2019, which was, in our opinion, a very good year for us because we would have surpassed the 20,000 tons sugar mark, which we had anticipated and what we had catered for in the beginning of the year. We achieved it towards the end of the year. So although our actual sugar production fell short by about 135 tons of sugar, nevertheless we surpassed the 20,000 ton mark, which is an area that we were unable to achieve that in the past at least 5 to 6 years. In addition to that, we had the farmers coming on board, and farmers would have produced approximately 30% of that sugar. And as we know at Uitvlugt, it's both a combination at this time between the estate and farmers, and that is where we were able to produce more on a yearly basis. The expectation for 2021 is that we are going to hectare both in the first and the second crop. It is about the same that is estimated for the 2020 both first and second crop. So we're aiming again to achieve that more than 20,000 tons, in this case 24,000 tons in 2020. At this time I would like to say thank you to the workforce, persons who have been working and who have been doing a good job, both the estate workers, those in the administration, those in the factory, and especially those in the field who've been working hard to ensure that we achieve these production targets. And I also like to encourage them to continue turning out to work so that when the crop starts, or the commencement of the crop, we'll have good production and ensure that we achieve our weekly production targets for this year.
Yeah, from Uitvlugt Estate, Mabir, plantain, number 2 plantain. The crop, last crop was a little good, just the weather beat up a little bit. I will try with them. I will try see what we can do, but the weather a little bit beat up about last crop, man, in the part of the crop, so I'm not going to achieve as much as we can, you know. But if the weather may pour me, we could have make it. I'm going to make at least a little more sugar than what we budget for. When so far everything will go good. Well, this crop I've been trying to improve because we got the cane for make whatever the target set. But for this crop, not for the crop alone, for the entire year. Because we got cane can do the thing, but just the weather just beat up a little bit. Because the rain fall almost on 2 weeks on, 3 weeks on, and get one couple of rain, that and look the crop will keep going. But I said everything alright for now. That cane can do the work. See, I be a plant cane and dry cane, right? And that work always said they don't not do. Better plant cane or do them right. You understand? So I be not got them problem now. You understand me say? Be planting cane, so that the work. Cane a plant, cane a dry.
From we category out.
So the plant inside you get torn out at least
torn out, full torn out.
At least 70-80% you get there. Plant. I gotta improve them attendance, you know. I come to work with more regular. So we can get the work done within this time frame. You understand?
More regular torn out and them things.
So the amount of work we gotta do, you gotta do within the time.
Come together to achieve a better production this year and keep your estate going at the #1 estate.
See the land got the amount of cane too, you know. You can't plow land where got enough cane. That don't make sense because you plow the stripe, enough cane for plant enough, and you already got enough. But alright there. Everything going good for now. Doing the planting side and so everything alright.
I feel the factory should get some new parts because right now the problem is in the factory. But I got to deal with higher management, you know, for give the okay for release the money for buy the factory, buy the parts of the factory. Because the factory working good, the tire gonna make, and then everybody go happy. Because when you start make DP now, as I say 80%, more body go turn out. Because when I hear now you gotta work. Because the more you work, the more DP gonna be bigger. And remember that is tax free, so most body go glad for come out for work. But because when I hear DP now make now, they don't get discouraged, then don't get things some of them, you know, gone on the other side. Then, you know what I mean, that they can't make them for work. So once DP make and the production start roll, you get more turn out.
We feel much better in the last crop. You gotta work every day for achieve what you got to get. I encourage all my fellow colleagues to come to work. Don't absent.
My name is Guysuco. I'm from the Kendron 80 King Cotton Gang. And last crop was a nice crop. Crop was nice. Then I bring back like the ice apple cane. Like he had some quality cane and done away that cane and bring bolt and nut and I bring so other kind of cane and bring. I can't really tell you what kind of cane, but if they bring back the ice apple cane like the big eye Harry and I bring cane like Blackmore back, we feel you can get more sugar and everybody can gain something.
For the year, we produced 20,279 tons of sugar, which is 99.3% of the full year's target. It falls short of 134 tons. However, that is still a remarkable figure. Now, achievements in 2019, the estate managed to achieve 5 DSP, 3 in the first crop, and 2 in the second crop of 2019. Our turnout for 2019 was 80% attendance. Now, some of the challenges we had in 2019 in order to produce 99.3%. We are appealing again to the workforce to work smartly, wisely, punctually, regularly, work cooperatively with management. We must have that kind of relationship to pull off the work that in 2020 we can have a good first crop and second crop. In 2020, we plan to produce approximately 25,000 tons of sugar. But in order to produce 25,000 tons of sugar, we will have to be more vigilant. We'll have to pay keen attention to details and operating parameters, and we will have to enforce our monitoring system. Having said all of that, once more I would like to wish all the workers well again in successful 2020. Thank you.
My name is Dilchan Haripasad. I am a Gahu representative. I am a feeding table operator in the pre-milling area. We have the cane as we said, but then the spears. And we can do more than that. But I am very glad that this year coming that we produced the 25,000 ton sugar and above that. The workforce performance was very good. To achieve the 4 days pay that we make, we should have made more, but the rain disturbed us about 2 or 3 weeks in between. We were on a critical time, the weekend when I supposed to achieve the day. But this coming year, I think about 14 and 9, that's 23 years, 23 weeks. We think we're going to make about 14 to 15 days pay with the cane we have, and also the farmers supporting us very well. And out of cane period is very minimal, but the downtime in the factory that caused the whole problem.
Well, we need to work hands in hand, come to work regular. When you get a work to do, do it good, and then we're gonna achieve the target. As we said, the rain hamburging us a little bit. The farmers come on board very good. We couldn't make our target, but the rain coming from we. And we, compared to the other estate, we did very well. We shot forward at 240 something we charter. Let us finish our outer crop maintenance. We'll start in the 8th of next month, so we could start producing our sugar. And we really need some spares. We need valve, we need pipe, we need bolt and nut. A lot of spares we need. We will continue grind performance good. But as I said, the weather hold me back a little. Otherwise we could have done make our target long.
This year, the previous year, 2019 was a good year for Uitvlugt Estate. We had an objective in terms of reducing lost time accidents, frequency rate, severity rate by 10% every year, each year, because the main objective was getting accident to zero. And the year 2019, for the first time, we had a 35% reduction in accident. And this 35% reduction in accident is the lowest ever on the estate. The lowest we had before was 105 in 2010. So this year we finished with 73 lost time accidents against 112 last year, which was a remarkable achievement in terms of reduction of accident. The frequency rate also, it's 2.5, which in the first time we reached below 3. And that's a 37% reduction also. Right, where we had the lowest before that was 3.2. And that was also in 2010. And the reason for, the department that contributed most to the reduction in accident was agriculture. Agriculture reduced lost time accidents by 40 cases. And this is mostly happened because of, we had toolbox stock and risk assessment was improved. The cultivation itself was less hazardous. There that before we had lots of vines and other obstacles were put a hinder some of the progress of work, improve of some work techniques, and people being more conscious about safety this time around. Right, so we also had the increase of training that we spoke about. We had over 400, over 500 persons from the agri department that had training for this year. Right, so that does cause the reduction in terms of accident. Although we might have we have a slight increase also with man hours work, and that came although that we have with the Department of Agriculture on the estate side, we had a slight reduction. We had the farmers being part of the estate cultivate part of the estate production, and they contribute with regards to the production of the sugar Uitvlugt Estate. And they was a part and parcel causing the man hours work this year to increase about approximately either 3%. When you look at the total increase of man hours in the agriculture department. And although we had an increase, including the farmers, we had a reduction in lost time accidents, which is a plus for us.
It is a privilege of mine to firstly greet you and your families a happy new year, and may this year be one of prosperity, productivity, and for us all to enjoy good health. I want to say today that in reflecting in our performance at Uitvlugt Estate for 2019, we would have done well, although we came so close to the 100% achievement. There were issues that would have caused us not to make that 100%. However, we are thankful. And so I must say thank you to all the workers. Thank you for the management. Thank you for the staff. And especially a thank you to the staff of the finance department and to the general stores for the efforts that they would have done and put forward in last year in helping us to achieve such a goal. Also, we'd like to say thank you to our finance director, our finance controller, Mr. Nigel Cameroons, for the support that they would have given to us in the year gone concerning the releasing of funds to us to acquire urgent needed spares, which would have assisted us greatly in our achievements. And so in looking forward, I would also like to say thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for helping me and my family for helping me to be here every day at work and to be able to perform and to do the tasks that are set before me. In looking forward to this new year 2020, from the finance perspective, we would want to continue to be the service department that we are in helping and assisting the other departments concerning the financial management, concerning the cost reviews, concerning the procurement of spares and the needed items. And so it is our aim, it is our hope that in this year 2020 we will be doing that, following up of spares with the PCMD to ensure that the other departments would have the needed spares to carry out their operations. Also, to make sure that we complete our wages and payrolls on time so that all workers will be paid timely. And finally, to make sure that we capture all the entries into the management accounts so that at corporate level information can be had which is accurate and timely. So, in recap, in conclusion, to say thank you to one and all for the support would have been given in 2019, and we do look forward for the support in 2020, and working together we will achieve our targets.
We would have seen almost 5 times surpassing the 120 grinding out in the first half, and equally of that 4 times we would have had moving ahead with 140 grinding hours in the second half. Still, one that is left hope for us, because we would have seen clearly that we have potential, and with the little resources available to us, we are still doing well. After the 199 hours downtime in the first half, during the outcrop period, we have seen extensive work done, especially in the process house, and a little with the available spares in the mills and boilers area. From the little work done in the outcrop, mid-year outcrop, we would have seen us on 2 occasions crushing beyond 140 grinding hours. That's indeed remarkable. But while we would have seen 2, and almost 4 beyond 140 hours, it is not enough to take us through for the entire crop. A little over 12,000 tons of sugar made in the second crop, crushing for almost 16 is not enough for us. The last 3 weeks closing in the second half, we would have seen us moving into the rain. And so what would have happened? Causing us to have much more out of cane, because we were not having enough cane to supply the mill. And so at the end of it, what we at 99.3% of the year's target being achieved. We would have seen equally in the year during the first half, spilling over into the second half. We are with the little opportunity time that we have, as we hope to bring forth the crop by the 8th of February. With the little spares available to us, we have to ensure that we get down to root cause of issues and maximize the use of the little resources we have. I'm confident that what is it we have to utilize the resources that we have and the skills to put it right is not short. The factory team, beyond the shadow of a doubt, they have the potential to do it. I know for sure that we don't have the finance to do the replacement of these equipment. But what I know for sure is that we have the capacity as engineers and workers, dedicated workers within the factory, to utilize the little that we have to make ends meet. Year 2020 will be a very challenging year for us, as we see ourselves keep growing. Year 2020 expected to produce no less than 25,000 tons of sugar. A growth that is beyond imagination for Uitvlugt, because it is expected that during this period we will have more farmers coming on board on the estate to ensure that all the land available be exploited in terms of ensuring have value in terms of the cane yield. We are working together as a team to realize this 25,000 tons of sugar. There will be challenges. We will continue to have these challenges. But what I know for sure, the team will make the better of it. I'm appealing to all to ensure that we do what is it that is necessary to be done to ensure that we realize that 25,000 tons of sugar once realized in the year 2020. The last time we have realized a production target of that size and amount would have been in 2006, telling us a story. Uitvlugt is growing, and Uitvlugt is striving towards the 5-year strategic plan.
And with that, we've come to the end of this week's program of Guysuco Roundup. Thank you for staying tuned, and do join us again next time. I'm Angela Abraham Parks. Goodbye.